We're getting closer to actually having a go at the engine to sort out any of its problems, but one of the first things we've got to look at, parts of the engine, is this, the carburettor. I mentioned on one of the earlier videos, probably one of the first videos, I wouldn't even attempt to start the engine until we've checked out this carburettor, because this carburettor, I've got my doubts about it. These are actually seized, and it is in a real bad way. If you look at that there. Washer can go in there, so that looks absolutely clogged to blazes, so we'll put that in there for now. Oh my goodness me, oh look at this, see all that oxidization, good heavens. I think we're on a loser here, we're on a loser. This is rusted, the actual oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The actual bar that the float pivots on is rusted, and that's probably because this carburettor's had water in it with it standing out in the open for so long. Now I'm going to have to pronounce this carburettor dead. It's far too corroded, even with a good... It's had a good 8 minutes in the ultrasonic cleaner, and this body is heavily corroded. You win some, you lose some. A few things I've been able to salvage off it to keep for spares. The main bottom jet, that's cleaned up okay. That looks all right now. And there's the other small jet that I took off. I can find it. Yeah, the other small jet at the side, that's okay, that's come out all right, that's cleaned up okay. We've got the emulsion tube I mentioned, that's worth keeping. It seems to be quite difficult to get hold of spare ones of these. The only thing that's gone on it are these rubber seals, little grommets. I've got, where are you? I've got loads of those, so that's okay. Probably the only other thing to take off it, anything that'll move, is probably this screw, and I'm certainly going to take, but all is not lost, because I happen to have a spare one, and you can see what a decent looking one should look like. Nice clean butterfly valve, all nice and clean, and I know this one works. Well, after the disappointment with that carburettor, we're bringing to the main event now, and who knows what we're going to find with this engine. But if you don't look, you'll never find out. So let's get started and see what we've got. Well, we're just going to start by just taking some of the... I'm going to start by taking this silencer cover off. at this. Good heavens. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh my god, oh my goodness. Wow. Here we are with all the oxidization removed, and I think with the oxidization removed it looks more like an engine that might work. There's nothing to say it will work, but it looks like it might work. So that's the job done. It still might be a dead engine. I don't know, I'm taking a big chance at spending so much time on it without actually making any attempt to start it up. But if you remember on the initial, on one of the first videos, there was a spark there and there was compression. So the only other thing that may stop it working was the carburettor. And we've probably fixed that problem by getting a replacement carburettor. Let's start by putting it back together. And we'll begin. We'll put this manifold on. Hang on, where's that one go? Right, so that fits on there. So let's start with this one. And if we cue the music. And now we'll put the exhaust manifold back on, and I've given these up. I've given these a lovely little polishing as well. They look really nice. So let's start. Cue the music again. inlet manifold on, silencer on. So now we're going to turn our attention to the what I would call the magneto, which is this that I took off earlier on. Let's give a little quick wipe down. That's better. Put that one in and get that one in there. I just found some screws for this. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some WD-40 on this. Just put some of that on so it just runs in nicer. That's better. Get that one on there. And I'll just do the same for the other one. That's it, screw that in. I'll find a socket for that. Right, so we'll just raise this up at the top of it. Now you can see that I can move that up and down, so I'm going to raise up to the top point. Just nip it gently. Oops. Like that. Now this bit revolves through between these points here. There has to be a 12 thou gap. So what I've got is a 12 thou strip of metal. So I put that on there and slide our gauge underneath. So let's hold it on that one first. Alright. Now as I drop that down, this will slam down now with the magnetic force. Slacking it off. Oops, that's dropped down. So there's our first one. Now we need to, okay, so what I'll do is just lock that one on there. Oops. Just nip it onto there, just gently. Slide this round. So we've got 12 thou there as well. So ideally, you have a 12 thou gap between these end points here. That looks okay. So I'll tighten that up. Nip that up tight. There we go. Take those out. And our wheel should run freely. Our flywheel should run freely without fouling. Let me just double check these gaps. Yeah, there's a gap there. And just double check this one. That is a bit tight actually. Oh no, that's okay. Right, so our flywheel spins through this magnetic field and creates a spark. I've also got a new spark plug and set the gap for what it should be for this mower. But what we can do first, just to check, if we connect that, we're going to see if we got a spark coming from here. And I've got my drive. What I'm going to do is spin this flywheel. what I'll do first is I'll zoom the camera in and turn the lights down so we can see if your spark shows up on the video. I'm going to spin this flywheel now and see if we can see a spark coming. A bit nearer. Right, here we go. Ready? Whoops. Yeah, you can see that. See that spark? We've got a pulse. I don't know if we've got a heartbeat yet, but we've got a pulse. So that's looking promising. So that was all very exciting. So let me fit the spark plug, the new one, in. Don't over tighten it. Okay, that should do. New spark plug in, and we'll connect that up. So that's that done. So I think what I'll do now, while we've all got a bit of clearance, is we'll fit the carburetor. So cue the music. There's our carburetor on, and it's almost looking left this on here. It's almost looking like an engine that may actually start, but we don't know. We don't know. It could be, it still could be dead. It still could be dead. I guess just the final word on this video before we finally sign off is, as I mentioned, I've fitted the governor arm back on, and that links to you can see that links to here. So this controls the speed. As you rev up, this opens or closes the butterfly valve. So that is the end of the video now, so we'll see you again soon.